Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your full moon reading in Taurus, happening, I believe, on the 5th of this month, yes, of November. And this is impacting the area of your life that deals with your personal, private, intimate resources, understanding, lessons learned, endings of things that you have long cultivated. And with the devil showing up for your overall energy, this is putting me in mind of some kind of a rejection, something that you have cooperated with, conformed to for a while. You're now rejecting out of hand. This is not an ill-considered rejection. This is not an impulsive rejection. This is something that you have lived through and lived according to for a long time. But you've also realized that it hasn't been serving you for a while, a long time. And understanding that with the 10 of Wands underneath the deck, you are releasing many of the obligations, many of the expectations that have been imposed upon you, things that you believed were the best advisement from those that cared for you and understood you. But you've come to realize over the past, I'd say up to a decade for some of you, certainly during the past year, that these goals, these visions, these um, opportunities are not designed for your best interest, and that you have taken on serving the needs of others rather than the needs of your own betterment. Before I start with the rest of the horoscope wheel, I pulled for you from the Talisman Oracle the Learn the Truth card, and I'm going to lift this up and read from the book. And it starts, we are human, and our nature is prone to error, but those errors are opportunities to grow and master a new skill. Sometimes we are unable to see the truth because we compete with ourselves. Our ego doesn't let us move forward because first we have to acknowledge our own shortcomings. You know what you have to do, and it's time to sit with the uncomfortable feelings. It's okay if it doesn't feel familiar because progress happens when we step away from our comfort zone. The truth can be so liberating. See the opportunities that weren't there when you had your eyes closed. The owl will guide you through the darkness. Use this card when you seek the truth. Meditate on the things when you feel overpowered by a choice you need to make and you need clarity. The mantra reads, my flaws helped me grow, and now I see the truth. So this is very much in line with the idea of your rejection of something that you now understand is not true for you, and stepping out of what has been familiar, comforting, what has you imagined supported you for this period of time. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the Queen of Swords, you are very much opening up to not just what you're learning by rejecting the norms of your experience, but also recognizing that the process of challenging your own assumptions is a valuable tool that is necessary for you to move forward in discerning what is true for you. And this is really a personal liberation. This is really a time of elevating your critical thought so that you don't assume anything, but you rest on your own authority, which is where your experience resides, and you determine the truth for you on the basis of your experiences, not on what you are being told or expected to do. So you are open up to new ideas. You are asking the right questions, and you are in a process of holding all the authorities in your life to the same litmus test if they're really in support of you. In the first house, the high priestess. This is more about really this kind of wrapping up and releasing a set of experiences that you have learned a tremendous amount about, and that you have actually moved into a place of reclaiming your authority. So this is about seeing through a process where your authority was perhaps subdued at the very least, if not out and out suppressed or repressed. And you're now understanding that observing this process um, of accomplishment, of authority, of understanding, you have come to a better understanding of who you have been all along and who you are emerging as at this critical time. So there's something about the time now that makes your appreciation of the opportunities you see before you critical, and is setting you back on a path of your own uh, clarity, your own wisdom, your own inner knowledge. In the fourth house, the house of our homes and your foundation, certainly your family, the Ace of Pentacles is about recognizing an opportunity for abundance. And it feels as though this is about investing in yourself in a way that perhaps has not always occurred to you in the past. Being asked to support the status quo or the more traditional forms of whatever employment or productivity you're engaged in is no longer the obvious choice for you. The obvious choice has become recognizing that you invest in yourself to create something independent, but something that invites others of like mind to join you in this. And abundance is absolutely determined on your own terms. So it's not just about the way that you want to get wealthy or want to earn money. This is about recognizing all the ways in which you have abundance, support, clarity, attention, nurturance, recognition around you. And that is towards a productive, positive, practical uh, creation. In the seventh house of your significant others, we have the Page of Cups. And so often, Gemini, pages do represent the intimate part of ourselves, the part of ourselves that is open to learning, open to sharing what we know, asking questions, getting getting more comfortable with what is unseen. And I see you opening up to your own creativity and your imagination in a way that is very liberating, that is leading you back to unlikely solutions to practical problems for you. So the idea that abundance, it can be equivalent to investing in yourself is really a sense that you're gaining from your imagination, your ability to relax in the gifts that you have, rather than in plotting and planning as you have done in the past. I'm going to clarify these cards, and with the ethereal deck, this is the shadow work deck, and with the crystal oracle cards. If you are resonating with this reading, please like this reading and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It helps me immensely. I also appreciate all your comments. Thank you to those that confirm whatever it is that you gain from these readings. The High Priestess in the first house is the Queen of Swords. I'm going to pull all the cards at one time. In the fourth house, the Ace of Pentacles is the Four of Pentacles. In the seventh house, the Page of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords, and the 10th house is clarified by the Page of Wands. So this gives me a view of really tremendous balance that you are experiencing in your even rejection. And when I say rejection of the status quo, I mean that you've been through a long process of weighing, considering, looking at the evidence of your conformity, of your towing the line, of your staying in lockstep with whatever it is that you are instructed or prescribed to do. And what you have found from that is that you are more than saying no, you are internally rejecting it as a process of recognizing that it is not designed for you, for your advancement, for your success, or for your comfort. And in recognizing that, it is to surrender with love, to recognize that even if those who have encouraged you in this very traditional way have not done so maliciously, they did so for their own success. And that is something you now accept as simply your responsibility. And by assuming that responsibility for your own reality, you're now moving away from this very traditional path that you've been on. In the first house, the High Priestess is sharpened with the Queen of Swords. And this is a repeat from your 10th house signifier. So I like this because it's indicating that you are using, in fact, your critical thinking to process your experiences. You're using evidence. You're using your logical mind. You are separating yourself from your deep feelings and passions in order to gain a higher perspective, to recognize that there are more possibilities than what had been shown to you previously. But as you are now aware of a number of alternatives, you are in a better position now to open up to new ideas and to understand the validity and advantage of different perspectives and ways of doing business. This is, again, affirming your wisdom, your knowledge, you as an arbiter of taste, of decisions, of leadership, rather than a passive servant to the success of others. In the fourth house, the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. This is really a beautiful bright spot here in the really laborious work of rejecting what has been shown to you as your path, your lane. This is who you are, and this is what you can and should do. You have found that when you have determined to invest in yourself, that you have been able to achieve something that is foundational to this platform for gathering greater abundance. So this can be the acknowledgement of the community, the family, the friends, the support that you have around you, opening up to that, opening up to pooling the resources that you have together, acknowledging that you're on a path of growing and learning together, and that you share those learnings, but you also celebrate them. This can be a wedding. This can be the creation of something in the 3D, a center, a studio, a meeting space, a common area. Whatever it is, this is a place where you not only grow and create together, but you celebrate the ability to do so, thereby recognizing that you are moving in an alternative area of organizing, and that is affecting your home, your community, your place of sacred safety. In the seventh house, the Page of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So out of the relaxation of accepting this release of a traditional way of doing things, you have opened up your imagination and thus your creative portals to reinvent yourselves on the basis of the gifts that you already have, that you were given. And this is a part of what is allowing you to recognize the centrality of investing in who you are. No one else can do that in the way that you can. And what you're immediately recognizing is all the support and love that you have. And that's part of opening up to your gifts, is the acknowledgement, the gratitude for gifts you have been given. And so this can be overwhelming in terms of seeing these gifts manifest in your everyday life. When at a more external level, you may have felt frustrated by the professional climb or development or movement of the powers that be that have felt limiting to you. And as you relax into who you are and what makes you feel comfortable and productive, you're overwhelmed by the opportunities that exist for you, the ways that you and those that are aligned with you can reinvent yourselves. In the 10th house, the Queen of Swords again is clarified by the Page of Wands. This takes the intellectual heft and rigor of the Queen of Swords, not to be toyed with, almost a legalistic frame of mind, necessary for the work that you have been doing professionally, and allows you to be excited and energized by this new path that you're choosing for yourself. You recognize that you are regrounding yourself in your authentic inspirations, the things that turn you on, the things that get you excited and eager to do the work that you envision as possible for the world. So what benefits you benefits others, and that's what you're excited about working towards. That's what motivates you, and ironically, it's what gets other people excited. When they see you inspired, when you open up about your ideas, when you welcome their ideas as well into the mix in ways that you can collectively consider possibilities, you are fueling a new kind of movement within your professional sphere, within your community perhaps. I'm going to finish this reading with a crystal oracle, and I've got the Shaddachite, which always looks like the world globe to me, and the key word is teacher. I have the divine wisdom of the universe within me, and I openly share it with the world. If you've enjoyed this content, Gemini, please check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes, and until next time, namaste.